course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your head count. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Another body, and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Salut à ceux qui sont sur le live. Putain, faut aller où? Je suis perdu. Ah. Salut Crapatoni, merci pour ton like. Comment tu vas?
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundskeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
How can I help you boys?
Hola, Matt.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Ça va bien, Mathis. J'étais ou quoi?
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the
L.A
quality.
Noire, you mad. Comment tu vas, Denis?
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
AFM. C'est où encore? Oh, c'est tout droit.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Purpose having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letters.
Matisse.
The Dahlia letters are genuine, and the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Hey, come on!
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the
Ah, il
same
m'a
team,
quitté.
Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
Oh. J'ai le dernier cadavre pour
Hard,
avoir.
isn't
Hein.
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck
J'ai
around.
bien.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Yes.
The smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
The autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been
Ah oui, j'ai
swabbing a
bien
lot of bare
dormi.
fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Je sais pas, Denis. J'aime trop les morts. T'es malade, toi. Evelyn Summers. Ok.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Someone was trying to get her to come home. Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Tu as déménagé, Mathis? Comme ça. Je suppose.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Il va travailler, Rémi. Viens de mon côté.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help.
What?
Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
Et...
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Essaye de trouver Mathis. Je sais pas du tout comment ça s'écrit. Ouais, bon, 5h du matin. Ah bah gros cher. Non, je rigole. C'est lui, Jameson.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
Oh putain, qu'est-ce qu'il va dire?
I was kissing her.
Oh!
It's not against the
no.
law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
L'embrasser, non mais sérieusement? Amy. J'aime bien.
Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop!
Boulangerie.
Don't hit him. You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Eh, lui. Il commence déjà à m'énerver. Eh oui, je t'aime bien, Amy. C'est pour ça. Il a l'air de dire la vérité. Franchement, je sais pas. J'ai pas. Bon, je pense qu'il dit la vérité. Hein. Il a l'air sérieux et tout.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Là, c'est les pâtissiers qui font les gâteaux, Groot. Non, non, deux, trois, des gâteaux. Salut, Olim, comment tu vas? Ça va bien à Dubaï?
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Moi, je t'aime pas, Denis, mais... pas gentil. Il a l'air de me mentir ou douter, je sais pas. Il a l'air d'intimider. Bah ouais, hein. Ça se voit.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Je veux des gâteaux, Amy. Putain, la baffe qu'il a mis, quoi. Wesh. Petite frite. Non, une grande frite.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, c'est gâteau au chocolat direct. On va où? Au magasin? Allez, c'est parti.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Tu te tais.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
Those people are starving. They can't do that.
They want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really?
Ah, Amy.
Guess that's okay.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Andalouse. Perso, c'est ketchup. Mais andalouse, j'adore.
What can I do
Yo,
for
Papa
you?
Dealer.
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes,
Ouais,
I
il est
knew
mieux.
Evelyn. I was a
Faut
good
qu'il
friend
tire
of her
plus
ex-husband.
rapidement, tu vois.
She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you
Ah,
show us, please?
j'adore. Ketchup, c'est
Sure.
la base.
Come this way.
Ketchup, il a le fil. Hein? Ah non. C'est pour tous les goûts.
Fine stock here, Mr. Robbins.
Moi, j'aime bien aussi le curry ketchup.
Well, you let us take some
La
from the
base.
road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around.
Je comprends pas aimer. Des objets personnels.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Faites dans mon cerveau. Bah putain. Aristote. La métaphysique.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Oh, attends. Attends. Non. Je comprends maintenant, papa.
She was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Une qui?
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Ah, ok.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Bon.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Bon, je pense qu'il dit la vérité, ce mec. Bah, je pense qu'il dit la vérité, il a l'air sérieux. Bah ouais.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Ah, vas-y, Amy, t'es cinglé, toi.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
How many people will be sad she's gone?
Ça donne la sauce
Probably one of
cocktail.
the few.
Oh, t'es dégueulasse, vraiment. Je te jure. Il a dit la vérité aussi.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became
Je
difficult.
te jure, Amy, toi, t'es malade.
Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now.
Non, j'en mangerai tout le temps.
To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Espèce de cinglé, là. Là, tu vois, il a l'air d'éviter le regard, il a l'air de mentir, d'intimider, je sais pas.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like
Ah,
Evelyn.
je te jure, et toi, t'es pas possible.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for this.
Non, non, c'est toi, ça
Think I can get in
cinglé,
touch
là.
with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
On va où? Rollins Bolide, on va aller au bar. Au barman. Je sais pas comment ça se prononce. Andalouse. J'ai dit celle sur le Nutella au même moment. Oh. Vous êtes vraiment dégueulasse. On va aller au bar. Let's go les enfants.
Can you drive to this one?
Je crois oui, Mathis.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys.
J'ai une pomme.
Ask around.
J'ai une pomme, j'adore.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Et le mec il me tue, hein. Ce mec il est génial. Il me fait douter, mais on n'a pas de preuves. Quoi? Je reviens. Oh ouais. Merde. Pas trop.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to disputes, strikes, workers?
Regular
Oh
fifth
mais
column.
Amy, arrête.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
Non. Tu mens, mon frère. Mon pire cauchemar. Bah franchement, je ne sais pas. J'ai pas fait attention.
Haven't you got parking tickets to hand out?
I don't like you, McCaffrey. You look like someone who's trying too hard, like your whole life is some kind of performance. I think you need to give us something to get us out of your life.
I don't like you either, you pompous, stiff-necked patrician. You think I don't see through you and
Les
all the other
merdes.
minions of the ruling class?
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings.
Un bâtard, Mathis. T'es sérieux, papa gamer?
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Trop du cul. Bon, allez, l'eau. On va en running, les gars. C'est parti.
You know the way. You can drive.
Allez, les amis. D'avoir touché un cheval. Mais t'es malade. Faux. Non, c'est mignon, Mathis. Je t'aime aussi, Amy.
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker.
and Carruthers.
Any more than staying in the garage makes you a car.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty.
Ah.
It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycat.
Je t'aime bien Amy,
I've
mais
been banging the same drum.
c'est mort.
But the
C'est le
notes,
seul truc que je
the
ferai jamais en
lipstick
vocal.
messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Tarleton didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy
Ouais, c'est ça.
doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
Oh bah cheese.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case.
Tu veux vivre au Japon?
McCaffrey, you'll have blown the bar.
Toi, je sais que t'aimes bien un petit peu la culture japonaise, toi.
Need a drink.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a
Sérieux, toi?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thank you.
Go, Rolling.
You can drive.
Trop inter. Bute-toi, je te jure.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What's it got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Mais qu'est-ce que tu me poses comme question, toi? J'en sais rien. Dire j'étais une vache.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
Salut Vénix, merci pour ton passage, poteau. Et travaille bien.
This is business, Florence. You got a guy who works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Say, could I borrow some of that?
What is the special of the day?
It used to be in the sun.
Trois V1. Ah ouais.
Tiernan, LAPD.
Alors lui. C'est toi le puceau là. Il est poli le tempo là. Oh là là.
What are you waiting
Olé.
for? Get after him.
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of
Comment
these
il va le
homicides,
ego
but
là?
They always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means, Phelps.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless
Salut
endangerment.
Van, comment
That's
vas-tu?
unless he
Comment
runs into a
vas-tu?
wall and saves us all the trouble.
Oh la vache.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I'm trying to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Il fait quoi Cyprien?
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
That is the end of that. It's about fucking time.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Je vais bien et toi tempo. Calme. Grosse chiquette le tempo là. Il est poli.
You're behind the wheel.
Je veux avoir un bébé chèvre. Nous avons une carré en live. Ils appellent les
Looks like
mini-bises.
we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's all right as long as he doesn't kill us. I'm okay with it.
Salut Clem, comment vas-tu?
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Oui. Je suis blonde mais je deviens brune. Si ton intelligence commence à venir, je confirme. Oh rendez-vous avec Joe.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
GG, Mathieu.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. You want to do the honors, Phelps?
Probably nothing.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Quand tu veux, Amy. Chiquette. Oula. Ok, ce soir. Oh.
He said he was at home.
Chiquette.
He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
His neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady,
Tais-toi,
we need to
Van.
find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof.
She did it,
Spends his mornings up there when he's
mais elle est malade,
How
hein.
do we get up there?
down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation at least.
Non, c'est juste toi qui est un peu trop fou à mon goût. Moi fou, mais arrête. Je suis sage. Choose Van.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Hey, if you get him, give him one for me, detective.
Si, je suis très sage.
Give it up, LAPD.
On va claquer au sol. Claquer au sol.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
Si, je suis très sage. Purée. Papa, t'es vraiment malade.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. I don't think that asshole Jameson could have...
Officer Newhouse, 103 and blue.
Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
Mathis.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded
See me.
myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellows.
Salut Annette, comment tu vas?
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Oh là là. Oh, je te jure, quand tu parles à la troisième du singulier, c'est chaud.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
Tu vas mentir, mon vieux.
You'll have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn.
Evelyn was a lush, and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
C'est la lettre.
Seems there's a serious gulf between what you think you know and what you actually do, detective.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or
Tout
Evelyn's
est mis.
goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Ah bah gros chez
The
Mathis.
grand jury case got thrown out.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Sorry, my mistake. Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before.
Okay, Mathis.
I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but, you know, I'm not so sure.
Can you describe your relationship
Non, non,
with
non.
Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Regarde. Timidé, je dirais.
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. She would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, McCaffrey was a hero, McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Well, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel. No, don't go! We both want the truth here.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out. Can you describe your relationship with
Non
Evelyn?
mais qu'est-ce que je dois faire?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Là c'est une faute de
Don't
frappe.
go! We both want the truth here. The truth here.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Ah, c'est pas vrai.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Ooh. God damn.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
I say we bust in there. I've been in this job 20 years.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Mais
How come this is so hard to
merde!
believe? A man and a woman getting along, liking each other just as friends.
So Evelyn passed out, And you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would come back.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
J'ai bien aimé.
McCaffrey
Toujours.
woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box. And he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn.
Enfoiré.
And then it was all over the radio. And that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear. Wait here.
Putain, c'est...
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective.
Putain, c'est quoi cet antenne de
McCaffrey
malade?
was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was...
with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers.
She was a sad lady. Never hurt anyone except herself.
Franchement, il m'a dit dans 2 semaines, je crois. Je sais même plus, je suis plus sûr.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand.
Mais je pense que c'est ça.
I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Et t'as mis 9 minutes pour une douche, quoi, putain. Pardon. Arras? C'est où ça? Ça me dit quelque chose, mais... Oh. Dernière enquête.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first, then try for the Nambus.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant! Get back off this fucking bridge! They'll start
Ça me dit
walking
quelque
the
chose, mais
orders
c'est en
back
or,
to their
quoi.
own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant. Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? We don't have time for this, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river. My orders are to reconnoiter the... I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Ah, dans le sud. Non, non, j'essaie de faire dans le nord, je crois. Sous une lune meurtrière. La dernière enquête de criminel.
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
No one else but the killer knew about this message.
Au sud du nord. Ah! Oh! Il nous embrouille. Oh la vache. Le 62? Je connais pas.
To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night.
C'est quoi ce charabia?
Another snippet from the Shelley poem.
Lille? Ça va, c'est pas loin de la Belgique.
If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrellson.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Muller
Hang
case.
on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Oh.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it. I knew this run was too good to be true.
I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed
Forget what it's supposed to be. What does he want?
Where are you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
What? Story with two meanings. A symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Rick.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Allez, on va Pershing Square. Je le sens mal. Et c'est où Pershing Square? Ok. Cours, Rusty.
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you?
Slow and steady, come on. We gotta get this guy.
I know. Enough women have died.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not gonna take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick pervert and have it done with.
À chaque fois les mauvais suspects, c'est chaud. Si c'est vraiment le Dahlia Noire, c'est chaud.
Rather you than me, Phelps. You know the local hobos use that as a latrine.
Elizabeth Short. Betty Short. Black Dahlia.
Ok.
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing, odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next?
Elizabeth Short's Social Security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out? You got a city map? See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
Oh la vache. Ah, ça doit être ça. Let's go. Allons aux archives municipales.
Can you drive to this one?
Oh, c'est chaud, frais.
Him. It's really him, the fuck who killed the Dahlia. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. He may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous. I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citations. Ha, what a day to be a cop. That pencil-pushing Parker won't be able to shove me aside after this.
Wow.
Can I help you, sir?
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
This way? No. Oh man.
Observe that. His mother would be proud of him, catching all those criminals.
I'm out of here.
Oh putain. Ah, c'est là.
Let's go.
Oh la vache. Ok.
I'm going out there, Rusty.
Ah. Mon chapeau. La montre.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch.
La montre de Dead Muller. D'accord. Ça veut rien dire.
From the temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and poesy. Where have I seen that?
Oh. Oh mon Dieu.
Jesus Christ, pull it off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty!
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Swing, damn it.
Legit.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
The Mulder dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
C'était quoi l'extrait là? Troisième extrait. faut aller où? Non. C'est là.
You know the way. You can drive.
C'est parti.
He keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
He takes pleasure at stringing us along, demonstrating how much smarter he is.
You can enjoy it while it lasts. We got you now, genius. We're coming for you.
Putain, on doit remonter tout ça.
I'm pulling rank here, Cole. I'm not hauling myself up there.
You'd slow me down anyway, old-timer.
Ouais, t'as vu ça? Hop là. Allez, hop, 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 hop. Tombe pas, frère. J'ai battu mon record. Non, en vrai, mon record, c'est 22 personnes.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Teresa.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace.
Yep. Il est long celui-là. Ok, mais... Oula,
Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. So this is a treasure hunt.
Ouais, y a pas énormément de monde.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. When this gets out...
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
Oui, Amy. Faut aller où? Vas-y, pas de souci. Non, faudra que tu me battes. Ouais, c'est là.
You can drive.
We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
The newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be...
Pas de soucis. Parce que tu sais pourquoi je dis ça? Parce que tu vas jamais gagner. Tu vas jamais gagner, Amy. Oh mon dieu. On va voir ton talent.
These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
Very funny. Whoa!
Get a move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils? The gangway snakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
Steady.
How you doing out there?
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing.
Non, t'es pas la plus forte.
Whoa!
You don't want to fall in now, Phelps.
That's at the forefront of my thinking. Steady.
Ok, Amy. Une sandale? Ah si.
One of Teresa Terrelson's shoes. A sphere which is as many thousand spheres. Okay, where to now?
What is it?
An open-toed white shoe and another stanza from the poem.
Oh, I really thought that hobo bum did the Terrelson broad.
Confessions from the insane aren't the most credible evidence, Rusty.
Is this thing over?
It's all part of his power over us, making us run around all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving us.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy?
Ouais. Bon les gars, moi je vais manger, on va s'arrêter là. Je vais relancer après. Tchuss.